Welcome to the 2025 Economic Depression and Preparation channel. Thank you for joining me on this Monday, March 10th, 2025 edition. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button or like button. Ladies and gentlemen, as you come in to today's show briefly here, we're going to be talking about the Dow Jones tumbling nearly 900 points and just crashing out. NASDAQ suffers the worst day since 2022 as recession fears begin to erupt across these markets and across the United States here. As we can see, we're heading into the last month of the first quarter of the year, and things are starting to get very interesting on all fronts, as many of you have experienced throughout the country here. So we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about 2025 store closings. Now, some may say they're not going to miss the stores because of some of the online presence of all these stores like Amazon and Target and Macy's and Walmart. They get deliveries, but there's something to be said about missing some actually feeling and touching the product in the stores sometimes. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at Bitcoin falling to its lowest level ever since early November of last year. And we're going to look at people falling behind on late car payments that have risen suddenly dramatically here as many Americans are cutting back to only buying the essential stuff and focusing on growing their interest in savings bearing accounts here and things of that nature as they see what's coming ahead here in the summer. So Dow Jones tumbles nearly 900 points according to CNBC.com. Today, S&P 500 shed 2.7%, touching its lowest level since September at one point, closing at 5614.56. NASDAQ Composite saw the sharpest decline of averages, falling 4% for its worst session since September 2022, when we were in that middle of the pandemic that was going on and all of that. So the Dow Jones average dropped 890 points today, almost 1,000 points, 2%, ending at 41,911.71 here. The Magnificent Seven, the Mag 7, Tesla, Alphabet, Meta, Nvidia, Planeteer, they were all down 5, 15, and 10% respectively here, as you can see the NASDAQ taking its dive here. So, ladies and gentlemen, Wall Street is feeling the pinch here. We're going through a period of transition, to quote President Trump said on Fox News about the possibility of a recession, said, quote, the economy was going through a period of transition here. As you know, we've got the tariffs that will pause. Some will pause. Some are going to be in effect next month in April. But regardless of that, we see a correction coming here very soon for Wall Street. CBOX, the volatility index, a measure of trader fear, jumped to its highest level since December. And so we're going to get into that. We're going to get into Bitcoin as well. But this is something to be watched for, because even though you may not be heavily invested or traded in these markets, or even if you are traded heavily in these markets, it is a barometer of things, how things, the confidence, the consumer confidence and the investor confidence of what's to come. 2025 store closings here. This is an article here on USA News, courtesy of Delaware Online. What retailers are closing stores in 2025? As you know, Joann Fabrics, Party City were among Delaware closures. Big Lots also closed down. They claim bankruptcy. You guys might have seen a lot of stores in the areas like Big Lots closing, JCPenney's, Macy's. They joined other retailers in shuttering the doors in 2025. Now, some may say, hey, these stores, they couldn't compete with the online presence, and that's absolutely true. I mean, obviously Amazon, Walmart.com, wherever you get your online presence, Shine, Temu.com, other areas, that's absolutely true. It's been doing that way for the last, 25 years, maybe 26 years, but it's still concerning because when you think about it, these are some jobs. These were summer jobs, these was part-time seasonal jobs, second jobs of a lot of folks, a lot of Americans had these jobs at these retailers. And the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it here, is that America became over-retailed. They built a CVS and Walgreens on every corner, a Big Lots, a little outlet mall in every little small and medium city in Exburb. And, it got to be unsustainable. And now we're seeing the closures, the cutbacks, the belt tightening on all aspects of financial. Let me know in the comments, what do you think the next stores that are going to be closing here? Party City, Red Lobster, Joann Fabrics, Macy's, Five Guys closing. Some other stores are closing down here. And let me know in your state what some other stores that are closing down. I'm seeing the only new things that they're building has been car washes, gas stations, either some kind of Wawa or whatever you have in the area, some kind of gas station car wash combo. Storage places are still building that. They're still building And they're just kind of like renovating other places that are commercial real estate. But commercial real estate is going to take a huge hit here. And Bitcoin falls to November low under 80,000 on heightened recession fears. This was supposed to be the stable coin. This was supposed to be the leader in the quote unquote crypto space. And now it's taking a shellac in here. At one point, Bitcoin was over 100,000. You remember that? Just about 2 or 3 4 months ago, it was over 100,000. Now it's back below 80,000. So how can it be considered a stable quote unquote currency? Trustworthy for many Americans here, and it was going down to 79,000 when it's just so volatile and it's not really that good. Many traders on Robinhood and other areas lost 19.9%, 19.8%. Coinbase ended down 17.7% on the stock market here. So let me know what you think about this crypto stuff, because crypto was considered a U.S. Bitcoin reserve, a digital asset, and now it's disappointing some investors as it's going down, below 80,000. Is it a buying opportunity for some? Let me know. Will you be getting into the crypto space? I don't know much about it, I confess. I just know that people are really into a lot of the altcoins like Cardano or Solana or any of the other ones that they have out there, guys. But this is very interesting. And late payments, car payments continue to rise to the highest level in over 30 years. No surprise there. The average car payment in America is above $800 right now with insurance added. Insurance is going up. And what's interesting is that even if you have an older car, I'm talking about if you have like a 2010 Honda, a 2012 Toyota Camry, the insurance cost to fully insure that has gone up tremendously by at least 25 to 30%. What gives for that? And you're not even in a high risk state like a Florida or Illinois or Texas or Maryland. You're in a regular state, like, say a Colorado or Arizona, or say you're in a regular state like Mississippi or Alabama, and your insurance payments have gone up in addition to your car payments going up tremendously. So Fox Business had this great article: high car prices, elevated interest rates have strained auto loan borrowers. It used to be that you can get a nice old jalopy car for under 10,000, 5,500. Out the gate, may have high mileage, but it runs good. A Honda, Toyota, Mazda, Nissan, it runs good. A nice truck, you can get that now. Used truck, you'd be lucky if you can get that for under $40,000 with these prices now. So the percentage of borrowers with subprime car loans who are at least 60 days past due on their loans increased to 6.5% in January, which is the highest level since they began data collection back in 1994, according to Fitch Ratings. So a lot of these borrowers got these high interest rate loans, or they did get a 0% financing rate. It wasn't for short. It was only for a short time, maybe for like the first year or two. And after that, their interest rates jumped up tremendously here, and just put a strain on a lot of Americans' budgets here. And I tell you what, I'm not going to be looking forward to buying a new car. And another thing this is doing is discouraging a lot of people from buying a new or used car so they can rely on some type of public transportation. Unfortunately, public transportation, as you know, unless you're in some type of major city, it doesn't go everywhere. It doesn't stop everywhere, so that becomes a less viable option in the far suburbs, exurbs, hinterland, country land, rural land. For those of us who live out there, compared to say in a super major city. So that's the thing. So high car prices, and I don't know how these car lots are surviving here. Maybe they're surviving at their parts and service and maintenance center here, and that's what they're always trying to sell, that maintenance plan to you, like not the kind of like because that's how they make their money off the warranty and maintenance, because they're obviously not making a lot of money off margin off these cars that are sitting on the lots for days. You're talking about a lot of cars on these lots because of these elevated auto loans, and I don't see it getting any better. So I'm just going to continue to drive my old jalopies. No car payment, that's the way you want to be, guys, and just do maintenance, basic maintenance, tires, brakes, oil change. That's not going to break the banks too much, versus having to get a whole new car, unless you have to get a whole new car or something's major wrong with it. Obviously, if you have a super big seal gasket, bust and everything's busted, transmission's busted, yeah, you may have to look at something else. But if you can, hold on to your old jalopies as long as you can. And it's true, Americans are holding on to their cars over 13 years old now is the average age of the cars on the road here, and for good reason. Because nobody wants $1,000 car payment in this type of economy. I don't know about you. So let me know what you think in the comments. God bless. Continue to prepare physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, because this is going to be a marathon, not a sprint. People think, oh, okay, wait till it crashes overnight so we can come in and buy things at pennies on the dollar. The billionaires and the rich folks will be able to do that. But for the average Joe, we're just looking to kind of survive, make it through, in all one piece, and to be able to learn new skills every day, and to, cut back as needed, but don't go crazy, but just, kind of make a budget, stick to it. And I guarantee you, if you do that for consistently, you're going to come out better than most people who are just trying to spend as they go and, hope that things work out okay. Hope is a strategy, but also taking action is a strategy. Have faith and taking action on that strategy. So God bless. I'll talk to you very soon. Thank you for listening. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Bye-bye.